Working out how to deal with a narcissistic father is challenging. From constant criticism and manipulation to a lack of empathy and emotional support, the effects of growing up with a narcissistic father can be far-reaching and profound. Narcissistic fathers have a self-centered personality that is made even more toxic by their lack of empathy, insatiable craving for admiration, and overwhelming grandiosity. They treat their children as extensions of themselves, needing them to fulfill their own needs and desires rather than provide unconditional love and support. As a result, children of narcissistic fathers often struggle with self-esteem issues, feel constantly criticized and not good enough. In addition to this, a narcissistic father may use emotional manipulation tactics such as gaslighting or triangulation to maintain control over their children. This can lead to feelings of confusion, anxiety, and guilt in their children. The children of narcissistic fathers carry the weight of their toxic upbringing well into adulthood. Growing up in the shadow of a narcissist inevitably significantly impacts a child's emotional development and mental health. As a result, many children will develop one or more of the following traits. Low self-esteem. Constant criticism and the pressure to meet unattainable standards can lead to persistent feelings of inadequacy. Trust issues. Repeated manipulation and emotional games can result in difficulties trusting others and forming healthy relationships. Anxiety and depression. The unpredictable and hostile family environment can contribute to chronic anxiety and an increased risk of depression. Identity problems. With the parent focusing on their own needs, children may struggle to develop a strong sense of self and can question their value and purpose. Codependency. A child might adapt by becoming excessively caretaking or people-pleasing in an attempt to secure the love and attention they lack from their narcissistic father. Parentification. Reversal of parent-child roles can occur, with children feeling responsible for their father's emotional well-being. Fear of abandonment. The contingent love of a narcissistic parent can make children fear being abandoned if they fail to meet the parent's expectations. Figuring out how to deal with a narcissistic father requires careful navigation, a solid understanding of narcissism, and the development of boundaries to protect one's well-being. Find a good therapist and commit to the process. Therapy can be a safe place for the children of narcissistic fathers to process experiences from the past and learn valuable tools for managing emotions, understanding triggers, and creating healthy boundaries. A therapist can help them gain insight into their feelings and develop better communication skills, which are essential for maintaining boundaries. They will also be able to recognize patterns in relationships and unhealthy coping mechanisms, as well as develop new relationship habits that prevent further codependency. Therapies such as cognitive behavioral therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy, and eye movement desensitization and reprocessing can be especially helpful in managing trauma. With the right guidance and support, the grown-up children of a narcissist can take control of their lives, while gaining knowledge and strategies to create healthier relationships in all aspects of life. With time, they will regain their personal power and establish healthier relationships with themselves and others. Joining a support group can also be invaluable for healing. Being in a safe space with peers who can relate to similar experiences is a powerful form of validation and understanding. Support groups provide an opportunity to discuss strategies on how to navigate relationship dynamics. They can provide a source of inspiration on how best to deal with a narcissistic father. Connection with others who have gone through similar struggles gives strength, hope, and resilience. These are all essential components to moving forward towards a healthier life. When dealing with a narcissistic father, establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries is crucial for safeguarding your well-being and mental health. Clearly define and communicate your personal boundaries to your father. This may include limits on intrusive behavior, disrespectful language, or emotional manipulation. Express these boundaries assertively and consistently, emphasizing the importance of mutual respect. Assess the amount of time and frequency of interactions with your father. It may be necessary to limit exposure to his narcissistic traits by creating physical, emotional, or communication boundaries. This could involve reducing visits, setting time limits for interactions, or choosing alternative forms of communication. Practice assertive communication when interacting with your father. Clearly express your thoughts, feelings, and needs without succumbing to manipulation or guilt-tripping. Assertiveness can help reinforce your boundaries and reduce the impact of his behavior on your emotional state. Strive to emotionally detach from your father's manipulative or hurtful behaviors. Recognize that his actions are a reflection of his own issues, and they do not define your worth or identity. Learning to detach emotionally can help shield you from the negative effects of his behavior. Navigating a relationship with a narcissistic father can be emotionally taxing, and it's important to prioritize your own well-being. By implementing these measures and establishing clear boundaries, you can cultivate a sense of autonomy and emotional safety within the relationship, ultimately promoting your mental and emotional health. As you navigate through these difficult relational dynamics, remember that the journey may be tough, but each step away from narcissism's influence brings you closer to a life where your worth is recognized, your accomplishments are celebrated, and your boundaries are respected. For more information about narcissists and narcissistic abuse, visit www.carlacorelli.com.